Live from KSAT 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
Tonight, county leaders are looking at a new pilot program to address homelessness in Leon Valley. This comes just months after the city council there approved an ordinance that essentially bans homelessness. The Night Team's Avery Everett shows us how this program is turning to outreach to find new ways to help those without shelter.
So that's the end goal here, is to help people who need it most.
A new deal to help an age-old dilemma.
We're starting to see that more people, especially families, are struggling with staying in housing and are falling into homelessness.
The city of Leon Valley is partnering up with Bexar County and Haven for Hope to launch a new pilot program. It's focused on building connections and a community.
It's that regular interaction. It's building that trust.
By literally going out and walking the streets, getting to know people. The program is an outreach initiative. And close to home, the group setting these standards says it's all about meeting people where they are.
It's key that we're able to regularly engage with people, check on them.
Officials tell me outreach is only step one. This comes as the county is planning to invest more than $5 million in housing and shelter efforts. This as numbers across Bexar County are increasing, and officials say they need to find more permanent solutions.
Slowly building that relationship to where they start looking at housing options and potential income options or whatever it is to get them to transform their lives.
This program is still in the early stages.
Homelessness is an issue countywide.
But with the new year coming soon, county leaders are hopeful this might help. So if you're driving around Leon Valley or even look at the park right behind me, you may be wondering why it looks so empty. Well, you have to remember, over this summer, City Council here passed an ordinance essentially banning homelessness, putting time restrictions on camping out in a public park or even sleeping in your car. That's why groups like Close to Home say it's so important to focus on outreach to bring back humanity when talking about these issues. Reporting live, I'm Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Avery, thank you. New on the Night Beat, one man was hit by a truck while running away from the scene of a car crash tonight. This happened a couple of hours ago on I-10 West near the Ramsgate Road exit. This is on the northwest side, not far from Huebner. Police say a car crashed and 3 men inside the car got out and started to run. That's when one of them was hit by an oncoming truck. He was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. The other two guys got away. Still lots of questions about this scene. Police in Sabinal left with questions as well after someone threw a Molotov cocktail into their city hall. Sabinal is about an hour west of San Antonio. The police chief there says the Molotov cocktail was made out of a pickle jar and thrown through the window, but it did not explode. Investigators are looking at security video to try to find out who was responsible. A warning before this next story tonight. You might find it disturbing. The San Antonio Police Department released new body camera video today of two shootings that happened just one day apart.
Get on the ground! Let me see your hands! Oh,
The first shooting involving an officer November 27th around 1 a.m. on West Commerce Street. In the video, two SAPD officers pull over a car and the driver and passenger both jump out and run. An officer chased Stephen Allen Lopez through a parking lot, yelling for him to stop. SAPD says Lopez had a gun in his hand. Both officers fired several shots, killing him. Both are on administrative duty. The second shooting on body cam video happened the very next day near Somerset and I-35. According to SAPD, an undercover unit was following a car with a wanted man inside named David Trevino. SAPD says Trevino was wanted for a shooting the Sunday before. Another officer shows up, pulls the vehicle over. That's when Trevino gets out and runs across a field with a gun in his hand, according to SAPD. The department says he shot at an officer, hitting that officer in their chest body armor. The officers fired back, hitting the suspect. Trevino is now facing several charges. 3 other people inside that car were detained. An update tonight along the border in Eagle Pass. Vehicle processing at the International Bridge will remain suspended. Vehicles that are driving into Mexico are not affected by this closure. The bridge has been closed to vehicles coming into the U.S. since November 27th. Meantime, the month of December is set to break a record for the highest number of Border Patrol apprehensions ever recorded, with more than 9,000 people a day. That's according to CBP data. Meantime, Governor Greg Abbott is continuing to fly migrants to Chicago after city officials started impounding buses that he used to send migrants to sanctuary cities. Mexico's president says sometime next week, U.S. officials will travel to Mexico to discuss solutions to this latest surge at the border.
I'm already noticing a little bit of dew forming outside on some objects, and that means our air is starting to get saturated and get ready for reduced visibility tomorrow on the roadways. We're going to have some fog. That dew is going to lead to some fog, and visibilities will be under a mile in some instances in parts of our area, south central Texas, throughout tomorrow morning. So anticipate that. Another gray, damp start to the day, but what could squeeze in a few peaks of sunshine into the afternoon. That's going to lead to much better rain chances. We're going to talk about exactly when and how much we could get. We've got an update to the timing in just a bit, Myra.
All right, we'll see you then. Thanks, Adam. Happening tomorrow, HEB inviting people out for its annual Feast of Sharing. HEB partners up and at 'em this morning, decking out the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center, where this event will be taking place. There will be trees, lights, music, games, and of course, a hot meal for people to enjoy. It's a tradition HEB started in 1989. This is the 31st year in San Antonio, and it's just one of 34 dinners planned across the state and Mexico.
Giving back to the community is something that we do at HEB throughout the year. So giving back during the holiday season is just makes it even that much more special.
HEB says it will serve about 14,000 meals in San Antonio. The company says it wouldn't be possible without all the HEB partners and volunteers, about 1,500 of them who are coming together to make this happen. So here's what you need to know about this event. It is tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center. That's 900 East Market Street downtown in Exhibit Halls 3 and 4. And again, the Feast of Sharing is free and it is open to the public. Well, lots of people think that puppies and kittens make the perfect holiday gift for loved ones. The city's Animal Care Services wants to make sure, though, that you know what you're signing up for. Getting a furry friend on Christmas morning, it is much more than just a magical moment. It's also about a 12 to 15-year commitment. We spoke with ACS Director Shannon Sims about that responsibility.
Beds and toys and things like that are the cheap part of it. You know, there's annual vaccinations that have to be done to keep the animal healthy. It's a lot of work getting that puppy to that real family member stage.
Whenever you're adopting a new pet, ACS says it's always a good idea to make sure you're adopting from a reputable rescue group or breeder. If you are on the road tonight, you're part of the 8.3 million Texans driving 50 miles or more over the next 10 days. AAA says dead batteries, flat tires, engine problems will slow down about 46,000 of those drivers. Here's a few reminders for those hitting the road. Have a trusted mechanic check your vehicle's battery, belts, hoses, and tire threads. Change a battery that's over 3 years old. Now, to avoid traffic, it's best to get on the road before noon and have a plan on who to call if you have any engine problems when you're out there on the road.
If you can't get out of your vehicle, the most important thing to do is stay inside your vehicle, get as far off the road as you can, and keep your seatbelt buckled. Distracted driving is an epidemic. It's killing more people on our roadways every year. And so it's really important to stress, do not text and drive. Looking down, looking away at your phone for just 2 seconds can double your risk for a crash.
Yeah, just put the phone down, right? Check your roadside assistance plan, too. Some of them may end up costing you a deductible. The busiest travel days will be December 23rd and December 27th. Another holiday tip, if you're out doing some last-minute shopping, these are from the San Antonio Police Department. They want you to remember to lock your car, hide anything that's valuable, and don't get distracted. Be aware of your surroundings. And if you see something, say something. We also have the city's winter holiday schedule of services on our website, too. Some places will have different operating hours because of the holiday, and garbage collection, that's slightly different as well. You can find all this information and our other stories as well on KSAT.com. Let's go now to your Nightbeat news flash. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says a coronavirus subvariant is now the fastest growing strain of the virus. It's called JN.1, and the CDC data shows it's causing about 20% of new COVID infections across the country. The CDC is now calling on doctors to work harder to get their patients vaccinated. Caught on body camera video, some terrifying moments for a woman rescued from a burning car by Oklahoma County Sheriff's deputies. You can see that officer race toward the flames, the woman trapped inside and with a broken ankle. You can hear him break that window there and hear the terror in her voice after she's pulled out. She's expected to make a full recovery, though. And that's a look at your Nightbeat News Flash. The holiday season is here. Of course, a time for joy and togetherness, but for many people battling mental illness, this can be one of the worst times of year. We speak with a local man who walks us through how he manages his struggles with mental health. High expectations, loneliness, stress, anxiety. It can all lead to mental health breakdowns during the holidays. For some battling mental illness, this is the most difficult time of the year. The Night Team's Patty Santos talks to a family who says that setting boundaries and lowering unattainable expectations is helping them hold on to their joy.
My hat goes off to him. He navigates everything here in San Antonio. He navigates his own medicines, he navigates his own doctors.
Sergio Salinas gets a lot of help from his family to manage his mental illness, be independent, and live a happy life. His mother is his biggest cheerleader, so he's looking forward to family time during the holidays.
So I'm really excited for me personally for the holidays and having my family around.
But he knows not everyone has a support system or someone to check in.
Right now, we've been getting a lot of families that call in, but we're getting actually people calling in.
Maria Henigman handles support and outreach for National Alliance on Mental Illness San Antonio. She urges family and friends to check in on those loved ones that struggle with mental illness.
Asking somebody how they're doing, and even if they say, "I'm fine, leave me alone," like give them that space, but also do those check-ins.
She says look for signs of isolation, fatigue, tension, or sadness in those who struggle with depression. Help them stick to normal routines, get enough rest, and set reasonable expectations for the holidays, family time, and even spending. And if you feel overwhelmed, know you're not alone.
Our support groups are going to be running throughout the break as regular scheduled, because I think our support groups are run by peers, so they know how it feels. They know the crucial times that are necessary.
Definitely don't give up hope. Definitely reach out to someone.
Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
Now, if you or someone you know is struggling with mental health, there is help out there. You can call the National Alliance on Mental Health Illness. That's the number you see here listed first. And the Suicide in Crisis Lifeline. That number is 988, both listed on your screen right now. It has been a San Antonio tradition during the holidays for generations. Tamales on Christmas. Although tamaladas are usually a family affair, making them at home, it's not always feasible for everyone. That's why many are even willing to sleep in their cars, waiting for the doors to open at places like this. Delicious Tamales on Culebra. And that's where we went today. Take a look.
She's a little older, and so she wanted some tamales for her family, so here I am. But they're delicious. It's a tradition, and they're just something about them that's so good.
We produce everything the old-fashioned way. We cook our corn, we grind it, we do everything like grandmother's kitchen. If you're from San Antonio and you don't have delicious tamales, you're not a true San Antonian.
Right now on KSAT.com, if your Christmas plans involve a restaurant, we have a list of places that will be open on December 25th. Just make sure to check out the time and specific location because they do vary for each place. Okay, last couple of days to get some things done before the Christmas holiday. Adam's got nothing to do. It's all checked off his list, right?
Yeah. I mean, we still have a few days, and it falls over a weekend. I mean, plenty of time.
I know, it is a little bit weird, but kind of nice at the same time.
Plenty of time, guys. We got plenty of time. See you at the mall. Sunday morning. All right, let's get to our weather headlines here. Fog and drizzle slowly developing tonight. It'll affect the roads tomorrow morning for early travelers up through about 9 a.m. Then showers and storms likely Saturday night and particularly now into very early Sunday morning on Christmas Eve. We're talking around sunrise, and then windy and cooler for Christmas Day. Tomorrow, Saturday, that fog and drizzle early, then just a 20 to 30% chance of a few pop-up showers during the daylight hours. Odds get a little bit better or higher as we get into the nighttime hours, up to 40% by 9 p.m. 70 degrees the high temperature tomorrow. Temperatures very similar to the past few days. Low 60s in the morning, near 70 in the afternoon. Let's focus on the rainfall. I mentioned that 20 to 30% during the daylight hours tomorrow. That jumps to 60% by very early on Sunday morning, Christmas Eve. That's when we think most of it's going to move in. Here's the big picture. We've got some good energy out west. This is in Southern California and Arizona, throwing all that moisture into the desert Southwest. Drought-stricken parts of our country. It's good to see some rain there because they need it too, and it will be high elevation snow in the Rockies. That system sliding eastward. It's also going to drag a weak cold front through town on Sunday. That's going to change things for the second half of the day and even on into Christmas. Here's the future cast. Low-grade clouds early tomorrow with that dampness and some reduced visibility. A few cracks in the clouds in the afternoon. A few sunny breaks here and there. But some showers and storms are likely to develop in our eastern counties. We're talking from Hallettsville to Gonzales, just about to Nixon, Smiley, Karnes City, and eastward. That's where we'll have a little lobe of energy overhead, kickstarting some showers and non-severe thunderstorms. But in San Antonio and immediate surrounding areas, it's not going to be until late Saturday night and early Sunday morning when this action moves in. May wake you up a little early on Sunday. Don't be surprised because we are expecting some rumbles of thunder. Non-severe thunderstorms expected and some good embedded downpours for some neighborhoods. Now, in the most fortunate neighborhoods, the luckiest, we could see up to an inch of rain. Cross your fingers. Not everybody's going to see that. Most of us probably won't, but there is that potential. So we talked about that for tomorrow with the minimal chances and then peaking early Sunday morning at 60%. Then we clear out and have sunshine the second half of the day on Sunday, Christmas Eve, making it to 74. Then Christmas Day, Monday, cooler and windy, 45 in the morning and only 62 for the high temperature. And that's 45 degrees with wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. So definitely feeling the chill Christmas morning and the gusty winds, which will slowly taper off later in the day. I want to show you the big picture if you're driving across the state, because there will be some shower activity tomorrow afternoon in West Texas all the way up into the Panhandle and closer to Houston. If you're headed to Houston tomorrow along I-10, you could definitely run into some issues during the afternoon and early evening. If you're going east to Houston, I think the earlier the better in order to try to beat those showers and storms. If you're going west, at some point you're going to run into that broken line of showers and storms from Dallas stretching all the way down to San Antonio, and we're kind of on the tail end of it, but it will hit the I-35 corridor by early on Sunday morning. Then it all clears out for late Sunday across the state, and Christmas is actually looking cool. Check out our high temperatures across the state. 48 in Lubbock on Christmas Day, 53 Dallas, 57 Austin, 62 here in San Antonio. So a bit of a contrast north to south across the state on Christmas Day. Tomorrow afternoon, we're right near 70 degrees. And then we talked about how we see the sun come back out Sunday afternoon through Christmas. And next week is actually going to be pretty sunny and pleasant, a little more seasonable, but cool mornings in the upper 30s by the middle of the week. So prepare for some cool starts to the day.
Yeah, at least we got some sunshine included in there too. Thanks, Adam. Mary Rominger joining us now to talk sports. Mary, the Cowboys want a road win for Christmas.
Yes, they do. They're the best team in the NFL, except when they're playing on the road. Unfortunately, you have to add that in there. It's been a very unfortunate reality for the Cowboys playing away. We'll take a closer look coming up. Plus, the turf has been painted, which means we are about a week out from the Valero Alamo Bowl kicking off between two prestigious programs. A sneak peek after the break.
Finding an answer, the answer is going out there and winning on the road. that's the answer. But to being who we are and what we want to accomplish, we got to start, one play at a time, one play at a time, one quarter at a time, and one drive at a time.
Who the Dallas Cowboys are at home is not who they are on the road, and it's hard for people to consider them Super Bowl contenders because of it. We're breaking it down in Big Board Sports. The turf inside of the Alamo Dome was freshly painted this morning to kick off Bowl Week. The 33rd annual Valero Alamo Bowl will feature the highest-ranked matchup outside of the college football playoff and New Year's Six. The 14th-ranked Arizona football team is scheduled to arrive in the Alamo City tomorrow afternoon, and number 12 Oklahoma will get in on Sunday evening. The Alamo Bowl will kick off Thursday, December 28th at 8:15 on ESPN.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
All right, no team in the NFL is as dominant as the Dallas Cowboys are at home. Dallas is on a 15-game home winning streak with a plus 171 point differential. However, on the road, that point differential flips to a -4. And after Sunday's loss at Buffalo, the Cowboys own a 3-4 away record. On Sunday, Dallas is hoping to put an end to that trend against another AFC East team, the turbocharged Dolphins in Miami. The matchup to watch will be the Dolphins' passing game against the Cowboys' secondary. The Dallas secondary is allowing 150.9 net passing yards per game on the road this season, which is second in the NFL, while Miami's offense is averaging 285.1 passing yards at home, also among the league's best.
Our peaks have been unbelievable. I mean, this is some of the highest peaks that I've seen over a course of a season so far. But the valley, we had a couple of valleys that are way too low. So consistency, how do you get that? And I think just really being in tune with your experiences and everybody just really, staying on top of the South Scott. Because at the end of the day, if it's going to be about you learning and growing, then you have to stay on top of what you're doing. We can't be worried about what the other guys are doing all the time.
Miami and Dallas enter the Week 16 clash with identical 10-4 records. Kickoff is at 3:25 at Hard Rock Stadium on Sunday. Miami can clinch a playoff berth with the win. The Cowboys have already locked in a spot in the playoffs. Joe Flacco, Myles Garrett, and the Cleveland Browns visit the Houston Texans at noon on Sunday with huge playoff implications. The Texans will likely start journeyman Case Keenum with C.J. Stroud still recovering from a concussion he suffered on December 10th. A Houston win pushes its playoff odds to about 70%. Well, the San Antonio Spurs looked outmatched once again, falling to the Chicago Bulls 114-95 last night. Victor Wembanyama didn't hit double digits for the first time since a 9-point effort against the Clippers on November 20th. Meanwhile, Devin Vassell was the top performer for the Spurs, going 7 of 15 from the field, contributing 21 points for his third 15-plus point game in 4 outings. San Antonio is now 4-23 overall, and Vassell got real after last night's game with where the young group is lacking.
We got to just be able to play to each other's strengths. I feel like sometimes we might dribble 1 or 2 more times, and now instead of Wemby being open on a lob, now they crack down to him, and now he's not open. Or if we over dribble it, now I'm not open on the 3, or whatever the case may be, and now instead of it being a good shot, it's a contested shot, and now it's a long rebound. We're trying to get back in transition, and it just trickles down from there. So I feel like at the end of the day, we just really got to understand each other. Like, we got to understand. I mean, we done played 20-something games now. I feel like we should have more and a better understanding, and that's not, I mean, it's on all of us, and we just got to be better.
The Spurs next play at Dallas tomorrow. A former Cole High School girls basketball talent just announced her commitment to play for the USC Trojans. The story after the break.
Without further ado, I will be committing to the University of Southern California.
After transferring from Cole High School her freshman year to join Mount Verde Academy in Florida for better basketball opportunities, Vivian Iwachukwu, a top 50 recruit nationally, is headed west to play for the USC women's basketball team. Congrats to the star in the making. We'll be right back.
That's all our time here at 10. My last newscast of the year, 2023. Thanks so much for watching. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. See you in 2024.